Alright, what's going on, guys? Me again.
What's up?
Oh, I'm back with my cousin. Doing some, we're gonna be
Yeah.
doing some more podcasting. We're gonna try to do it again. See, hopefully my internet does not cut out. And this thing only lasts like 40 minutes, like it did last time. But how are you
Oh
doing
yeah,
today? How are you doing today, cousin?
you're doing good. I went to see bull riding today. Pretty sick, man.
That's good. Alright,
Yeah.
so what are some of the things you want to talk about today?
Well, I have a list of things we should go over. It's been a hell of a week. I mean, I talked about it last time how Oliver Tree died. Well, we lost. I don't want to overhype him, but he deserves a lot of credit for all these years he's produced. I want to say rest in peace to Tay Keith, an amazing producer, and just congrats on a magical career. And condolences go out to his family, of course. If you guys don't know, Tay Keith, he's produced Goosebumps, Jimmy Cook, all these hits. He was on Drake's side for the whole beef. He produced Family Matters, Push Ups, all these amazing tracks. And he was found dead at his apartment, 29 years old.
It's so crazy, man. So young.
I know.
Yeah, man.
We're not sure how he died, but we're all thinking it was an accidental overdose.
Yeah, it tends to happen a lot with music. I mean, with producers and musicians, it's always an overdose of some kind.
Mhm.
Uh,
Pretty
yeah,
sad.
yeah. I'm not really sure what to say about that.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
damn
Just the
shame.
Yep, it is a shame.
Uh,
But yeah. So another thing that happened this week is Kanye. Kanye, or Mr. Ye, as he liked to call himself, he was getting ready to do another rollout for Bully and a deluxe. And I think we all saw this coming. He delayed it. I think that's something he just does. He loves to do. I honestly just don't think he knows he's making music at this point. I find it hilarious.
uh, David, you are a little bit muffled. Can you like? I don't know if you're a little bit farther away, but can you move a little bit
Oh,
closer to your?
yeah, I'm gripping my mic. My bad. Is that better?
A little bit. I know you were earlier. You were kind of doing really well, and you were like really clear, and then you went muffled again.
Shit on. Is that better?
Yeah, way better. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, yay. He finally dropped. Basically, what I'm saying. So, we'll get on that pretty soon. We'll give our thought to that.
Yeah, that should be an exciting listen.
Hmm.
And then, you said you wanted to talk about GNX and Iceman.
Yes, this will be a big topic for us. Since we talked about the beef earlier, and I realized all big three have dropped albums. Now, before we say anything, you have a ranking on all three artists on their albums. Where would you put those albums, worst to best?
Ooh, I'm I'm not too sure honestly. But like because like I have mentioned in the previous recording that I was not that knowledgeable when it came to the hip hop or the rap side of music, and that I felt that was more your forte. So I think we should go with your ranking.
All right, let me cut. So I feel like it's been enough time. We've had all three albums drop. Um, and it's pretty cool. It's nice to have this in a span of a year. So I'd take for worst. Just don't get mad at me, guys. Let's say the worst one is Iceman, and it's not a bad record. I'm just saying. I feel like some songs were a little iffy, and Drake was the only artist to really focus on setting people up, and I didn't really receive one message. I came out blinking. I came out of it. It was a lot was going on, and it was just too much to comprehend. And then I would put GNX. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about that, just because J. Cole destroyed this record. The Fall Off Student, you gotta listen to it. Y'all gotta listen to it if y'all haven't heard it yet. Um, I four records, four records in one album. It's insane, and I hardly found any skits, and it just brings you at home. It makes you feel like you were born in North Carolina, and I love it. And I love all these artists. Those are my rankings.
I can respect. I definitely would agree with that. Um,
Yep.
I regarding Iceman, I just feel when you hype something up so much, like the way it was hyped up, I just I really do feel like you subject yourself to so much like to a consensus that everyone has about it, and then if it's not exactly how they want it, it's just gonna tank, and it's not gonna do well. But also, I definitely would say that I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Drake is gonna forever be haunted by the fact that he lost to Kendrick.
And I could easily say it was a bloated track list. I could easily say he recycled flows. And it's just all these people have they've just been in the game for so long, and everything seems recycled, even on Kendrick's. But I mean, you get used to it, right? And it's good. But I felt the album was a little bitter. I felt he lied directly on his defensive tone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely that definitely does happen, and that's regarding like all kinds of music. I would say, is that uh you I mean it's like the same thing with with heavy metal too. Is that there's only so many chords you can play on the guitar without
Mhm.
and people are bands are constantly having to experiment with different sounds to make themselves stand out amongst the all multiple different hundreds of different bands that are trying to do the same thing as them. And I know I read that like that Kurt Cobain, his like always one of his greatest fears was he was always afraid that he was going to accidentally like copy someone else's rhythms and like their riffs.
Yeah, I mean, music has been forever, I mean, even in biblical times. And I don't know, I've always had this fear that we're gonna run out of ideas, and that's why people sample so much. I mean, yeah, billions of songs, so many songs, and I feel it's just gonna come down to the wire with music,
And that's
and
always
uh,
and that's always
I don't think it's gonna be there forever.
yeah. And I
Also,
don't sorry to interrupt, but I
they're good.
definitely you have seen like in like the last few years you have seen a lot of rappers like completely change genres because I guess for my personal opinion, I feel like it definitely feels as like well the industry itself is very predatory. Is those the big labels or all those label companies will like pretty much enslave you into a contract where you have to release like where you don't even own your own music and you're barely even seeing like a fraction of what you should be from like releasing your music. I know that didn't NBA YoungBoy have issues with his record his label company?
Um, Young Boy, you know, who cares about Young Boy?
Well, I
I
was
mean,
just
yeah,
I was well like
yeah,
that's
you're
just
right
a
though.
and I guess a big one you could say was like recent. I know it's not rap, but Justin Bieber a few years back he pretty much sold his entire catalog just so he could finally be free from his company or from the record label. And then recently he just put out an album. I do not remember the name on top of my head, which I do feel bad about, but it was released not too long ago, and it actually did very well.
Oh, my fault.
Sorry about that, guys. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're broke. We are broke. We do not have allowance
Fuck.
for big ass setups.
My mic is the most expensive thing I own.
Oh, well, never mind. I take it back.
That's all good. Okay, so what were you saying about JB?
Oh, Justin, that he had a few. I don't know if it was. I know it was fairly recent. I don't remember the exact day, or the date, but I know a couple years or so back he had sold like his entire catalog, which was like worth like over like I think like 100 million. To I don't. Oh, and I feel so dumb for not knowing everything. That I don't know that what the record label he was signed to, but he had signed or he had sold his catalog to pretty much get away from the record label, and uh, I he did release a new album recently, which I heard did very well, and I was just gonna use that as an example that the music industry itself, and like no matter what, but like I def like that no matter which genre it is always kind of predatory, and they like record labels. If you're not careful and do not read the fine print, you can get stuck in a terrible contract that forces you to put out so much music that it burns you out, and you barely see a fraction of what you should be seeing.
Mhm. And I think the record label you were talking about was Def Jam Records. I did hear about that,
Oh yeah,
and it's
yeah.
it's so toxic. I mean, I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever know. I
And
don't. I used to want to freaking make music for a living, and you hear about this thing called the industry, and you just hear so many terrible things about it.
yeah, and it's also like it's just any kind of like corporation or anything like that. It's just also like I feel like definitely with women it can be really weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Hollywood is really bad about that. You hear like horror stories about like what women had to went through like in the like heydays of Hollywood, like in the '60s and all that, and even like in like the 2000s and 2010s, it was just as bad or not if not worse. Like Harvey Weinstein
Yeah.
and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you just gotta
Take
be
take
you gotta be
advantage
careful.
of, yeah. And it's not much better to be a solo artist to have without a label because it's
Yeah,
not going to make any money.
yeah. As independent, you're pretty much you're scrounging for peanuts, pretty much.
The whole music thing, we love it, but on the outside, it is a loophole.
Yeah. Uh, it's just and then definitely it's just yeah, I'm not even. It's just weird,
Yeah,
and
that's
I just, it's just also like the crazy thing is like the music industry, especially the rap industry, is just so like volatile, man. It's like everyone's just at each other's throats over the smallest things.
mhm.
It's just
And
I. It's
it's gotten
just
to a yeah, it's gotten to a point where anybody can come into it. It's so easy to just you know what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
so easy to get into the industry nowadays. Like,
But in all honesty, I really feel like a lot of like just big artists. I feel like they just develop such huge egos and just get super sensitive over like the smallest thing. Like like will see it as like an insult and just immediately like not even want to associate with you. Like instead of just like because I know like I remember. Do you remember Fetty Wap?
oh yeah,
I mean, yeah, he blew up like back in like 2015, like the late like 2014, 2015. Like dude was just going up and up, and it's just
yeah,
yeah, and then like his song "My Way," I know it like I don't remember where it ranked, but it was it did very well, and especially with Drake hopping on the track. But
yeah.
I know that Fetty he wanted to be loyal to his friend and have him on the. He just decided to release or to have the version with his friend on it rather than Drake, and Drake was very not happy about that and like immediately cut ties with Fetty and never spoke to him ever again.
You're not invited to my birthday party.
Pretty much.
uh, People are so sensitive. Uh, I mean, I feel like we all are now. I can't be
Yeah.
judging, you know?
Yeah, society itself is very sensitive regarding like anything, especially like in later years, like the political side of like the internet is just getting so bad.
Yeah, everything is political now.
And it's like you can't have any kind of opinion, or it's like people nobody wants to meet in the middle anymore. Like
Yeah.
if you have a different opinion like from if you they have a different opinion from like you, they like it's like some people are like I don't no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to even be associated with you because you don't have you have a different opinion from me and I can't accept that. And
Yeah.
it's
It's
the biggest one I would say about that is like Hassan Piker. I don't know if anybody's been or keeping tabs on that whole drama, but he's been getting banned
mhm,
from like multiple different countries. He just recently had a some kind of panel. He had that canceled in Denver, and he got very defensive about it and like took everything or like and was he's acting. And my grievance with Hassan is that he says really stupid stuff and is very surprised when he gets repercussions for it. Because some of the stuff he said in like over his time on the internet was like the biggest one is he said America deserved 9/11,
mhm.
and it's just really just why would you say that? That's one of the dumb like the worst things you could ever possibly say. And then he he also has said about the Palestine conflict with Hamas and Israel. He said that he would support, or he would vote for Hamas like 100% of the time over Israel.
Mm.
I mean, and
I thought
oh what?
I knew he got banned from the UK, right?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. Some people just
It's
they
just
gotta hit the mute button, bro.
Well, it's just my problem. I think what the problem is he's gotten so used to saying like I'm gonna be completely frank here. He's gotten so used to saying dumb shit and not getting punished for it. And his chatters, his like all the people who are like orbiting him and like are his like supposedly his friends, just allow him. They just like literally like they enable him to keep saying stupid shit. And then when he finally gets like he gets karma for it, or he literally gets like repercussions for it, he immediately like has a surprised face about it and acts like everyone's out to get him when he like this hasn't been like culminate this hasn't been brewing for years. And he's because he's also like when he was finding out he kept getting banned from all these places and all these places were canceling on him, he was saying that here's what like I really like he just said something really stupid. He said that Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk never had to deal with any of this stuff. And I don't I mean like Charlie Kirk's dead. The guy was assassinated
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
of his statements and his political views, and I don't understand why Hassan would say something like that.
So
And
stupid.
it's recently a YouTuber named Brandon Buckingham, who I've heard about him before. I remember he did a boxing match and then challenged Sneeko, and Sneeko never responded to it. He kind of he wussed it out of it. He never responded to it, and he said how you know a lot of Palestinians and a lot of Middle Easterns, they feel like Hassan is not. He claims that he is in support of Palestine and wants Palestine to be free from all of this, and then like this doesn't like to help these people out, and a lot of them feel like he's just profiting off of it. Like he covers it and does fundraisers, and that he raises from the point I'm trying to drive across is that Hassan he puts himself on a pedestal like he's some kind of like he's a saint and he's helping so many people in Palestine with the money that he's
Mhm.
raising. But the thing is, no everyone's pointed out he it's always other people's money. It's never his own that he's contributed.
Ah.
And it's just insane. And well, because Brandon had said that he had donated like personally $10,000 and was able to help uh, like hundreds, of not thousands, of families with that money, like to get food and water and maybe like some more like any supplies they need. and he was saying that Hassan should show up to he should try to get down there to the Gaza Strip and try to like render aid to anybody that he can, since he has all this money and talks about all the help that he does for these people. To pretty much put he pretty much wants him to put his money where his mouth is, and all of his
Mm.
chatters were calling out Brandon, saying he's stupid and that he's trying to are you seriously trying to that Israel's going to assassinate Hassan, that as soon as he's going to get drone striked, and that they're like as soon as that like he's like their number one target, and people point out Hassan that like Israel doesn't even give a shit who Hassan is. They don't fucking care about him. He is literally just a
Mm.
dude on the internet who's like it's like a drunk old man just rambling in the street. You just go there and ignore it. That's how I see Hassan. Because this, let's be
That type
honest,
thing.
this man is over 30 years old, but he acts like he is 20, like he's in his 20s, and oh my god, like you cannot have an opinion with him. Like if you even have like a different opinion from the slightest bit, you're immediately against him, and you're not his friend. And
Okay.
it's just funny how he goes online and complains that no one's backing him up and no one's supporting him, but yet he has burned almost every bridge that he can with any of his fellow content creators. And if you try to like dispute any of his claims, he resorts to like personal attacks. Like he will attack your opinion, like your appearance, or just your beliefs, and just like belittle you in any way that he can, because he cannot accept the fact that you do not agree with him, and you're willing to debate with him, because he cannot debate.
Mm.
But that's a whole nother drama, and we could be here for hours
Yeah.
talking about one man. Let's not keep doing that.
Yeah. Now I have a list. Um,
Okay, let's hear it.
hold on. Uh, hold on. All right, we are ready. I have a list of things why people don't like a song. I'm just gonna go down this pretty quickly. Critics labeled him a campaign socialist for buying 2.7 million West Hollywood mansion and a
Yes.
luxury Porsche while
Oh,
preaching anti-capitalist
yes, I
views.
forget. That is what everybody calls him out for. He goes on. He's been saying for like the past like over 5 years that he is a socialist, and now he consistently
Brother.
he dogs on capitalism and says how capitalism is ruining the U.S., how it's evil, and how it pretty much it just steals from the common working man, and like only the rich can profit off it. But he's part of the 1%. He's rich. He lives in
Hmm.
a $1 million mansion in L.A. or in California.
Come on, bro.
And then when he is like
Cheap.
when people call him out for it, like how are you're gonna consistently shit on capitalism and like talk about it like in such a it's almost like it's demonic, and yet you profit off of it. And his only excuse was, so since I'm a socialist, you want me to live in poverty? It's like, dude, that's not even where near close to it. Like you could, I mean, like no one would have a problem if this guy lived in like like maybe a 1.5 story house that he paid like a couple thousand like a mortgage or something. Like no one would have a problem with it. But he lives in a $1 million mansion. He consistently like shows off like his like luxury or designer clothing, like Gucci glasses or like Gucci handbags. He wears like like $2,000 glasses that don't even look good on him. And like he literally he like on his Instagram or like one of his socials, he literally like was standing somewhere and had a shirt that said tax the rich.
Oh my God. Take
And
his internet privileges away.
I'm sorry. But and then he'll say that he's not like every other capitalist. Like he's not like those big business owners who who are greedy and pretty much profit off of like their workers' hard work, and those people barely get paid for it or get paid barely what they're owed. But I would like to argue that he's a Twitch streamer, which he makes money off of. His Because okay, if you think about it this way, he he offers a product or a service to people, and people have a willingness or a want to buy it, and they are willing to spend money to see this service. Which, if that is not the definition of a business, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
He literally said, because when Moist Critical talked about a few months ago when he posted videos saying how he was going to disable all of his Twitch donations because he's made more than enough money to like live off the rest of his life with it. Hassan said, well, oh well, like whatever, dude, good for you, I guess, because he said because he makes so much money off of everything else, and that he doesn't run a business. But if this guy is able to afford $1 million mansion with and like able to afford designer clothing and a Tibetan Mastiff, which I'm pretty sure those are very expensive dogs. If he's able to
Yeah.
afford all that and a gigantic setup in his room, I don't understand why he's so so adamant about that he needs to make his money off of that. And it's just to put it simply, I would just describe Hassan Piker as a man child.
Yeah.
He cannot take criticism, and anytime you try to critique him, he will personally he will resort to personal attacks, or he'll just sit there and if you disagree with him, he'll just say you support genocide and that you're a racist and all kinds of horrible things just because you don't agree with his points. This is a man who literally supports terrorists and literally wants us to convert to communism because he recently went to China and stayed in a five-star hotel and talked about how nice China was, and he said it's really nice because you will have Soviet era uh, apartment buildings right next to a Gucci store.
Probably.
And he got excited when he got the Red Book, which I'm pretty sure that talks about the. I don't remember his name, but he's a very famous Chinese dictator, who was either dictator or leader of China, who was responsible for like millions of deaths through starvation and overworking.
Oh yeah. I think I learned about him.
And Hassan was just foaming at the mouth when he got the book.
Jeez, man. Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
I have a few other things.
yeah,
All right, guys, you ain't ready for this. This guy was born in America, right? Was he born in America?
Hassan.
Yeah,
I maybe I'm
I
not too
think
sure.
so. Wait, hold on. Let me fact check.
Let's look it up.
He was Turkey. Upbringing in Turkey. He was educated and who cares? It doesn't matter. None of y'all know it. No, he was born in New Jersey.
But he is of Turkish descent.
Is of Turkish descent.
But
Now, the reason I say that, the reason I say that, he faced massive backlash for stating, and I quote, America deserved 9/11 during a during, during a discussion on U.S. foreign
oh my gosh.
policy.
Also, dude, like he's a gigantic racist, dude. He's so blatantly racist with some people, man. There was one Asian woman. I don't remember what she was. It was one. I think it was a documentary or an interview she was holding, and Hassan is almost. I don't know if this is not exact quote, but he said, "Why don't you just go back to fucking Vietnam or wherever you came from?"
Bro, just say the N-word. Just
And
say it. We
the
all know. We
people
want to say
point
it.
out and like that is that she wasn't this I don't know if she was Vietnamese, but this woman wasn't even talking about she wasn't even like talking bad about America. I believe she was talking about how great it was that she came to America, considering how the life was for her in Vietnam.
Mm.
And I guess Hassan just didn't. I guess he didn't like hearing like people who immigrated to America talk about how nice America is because he consistently talks about how shit America is and how he hates it here. But he and the problem is this motherfucker can't go anywhere else because he's getting banned from all these countries.
Yeah, bro. And I bet you if he wasn't banned, he wouldn't leave.
No, he wouldn't. Because he's making too much money off of these stupid people who don't know
Exactly.
who can't think for themselves and like rely on him for like all their facts and everything. When this guy's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally the meme of the guy riding the bicycle and sticking a stick in the bicycle and falling over and then holding his side like he got hurt.
Yeah.
He's like literally shooting himself in the foot and then crying wolf
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that he's hurt. It's like you did it to
Yeah.
yourself. You cannot blame anybody for this. This is your responsibility.
Mm. Now, next, mocking veterans. Now, you know how Americans,
Oh
we
yeah,
fight all the time and shit, but we
yeah,
fuck with our veterans, right? We see a
yeah.
veteran. I don't know where y'all are watching this. If you're American, you know you're all, thank you for your service. I don't know how y'all do it in other countries. But anyways, he drew widespread anger for making a derogatory remarks about wounded veterans and Congressman Dan Crenshaw's war injury. Not sure what that's about, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad. And then another thing, a lazy react content. Creators accuse him of stealing content by leaving their videos running on his stream while he walks away from his desk.
Oh my god, dude. He like back in like when COVID was a thing, that's when he blew up. This man he would sit there like watch a video for a little bit and then disappear for 20 to 30 minutes. Literally just like having his stream just watching videos because he couldn't be asked to sit there and talk. And
Mhm.
this is the same guy who literally said Twitch streaming is harder than a 9 to 5.
Oh, brother. I
Uh,
we would kill to be the spot where he's at.
And I mean,
Like,
like, it was,
just
oh my god, if he was like one of the streamers, if he was a streamer or like a YouTuber who actually put effort into his videos and they were really well edited, I would understand that, maybe it's not as easy as it sounds. But my guy, you just sit in front of a computer for 6 hours or more talking to a screen. That's all you do. And you don't even talk half the time. You watch, your eyes are glued to a screen watching videos. You are the,
Mhm.
that is the laziest form of content you can do.
Mhm.
And it's not like this guy is
and
it is.
and
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
pretty important that I say this. I know we are talking to screens right now, but we're not this guy. We have a topic. We're talking about it. We're stating our opinions, and if you don't like our opinions, get the fuck out. Right?
I mean, like I've always been like, I always had the belief that you're entitled to your own opinion. And like I may not agree with it, but hey, it's your opinion, my man, and I'm gonna let you.
Mhm.
You can believe that. That's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of like of choice because you're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Mhm.
But not when it comes to Hassan, this man, it's either his way or you're a fucking enemy. You are like you support genocide. You're a racist. You're all these horrible things that he'll say, and it's like really you're a grown man and you're acting like a child.
Yeah.
And here's so back to the veteran. One of his so-called friends, which she's a female Twitch streamer. She, along with a few other people who are part of Hassan's inner circle, have recently they got sued by H3H3, the H3H3 podcast, Ethan Klein,
Oh, yeah.
for copyright infringement. Uh, and I believe it was also slandering because so her name is Frogan. She is a Twitch streamer. She won the most rising star of Twitch like 2 years in a row, and no, and of course the funny thing is nobody knew who she was, and it
Yeah.
was it was because I believe it was mostly because she was associated with Hassan, and most likely because she was I think she is a Muslim woman. But
Hmm.
her and another one named Denims and Caseytron, the three of them. So Ethan had made a video called Content Nuke. It was supposed to be a variation of iDubbbz's Content Cop. It was about Hassan. It was about Hassan, and it was pointing out probably all of his all of his stupid statements that he does, and just calling him out on stuff that he said. And those three had said, "Why don't you guys watch you can watch Ethan's video on my stream, so you don't have to support Ethan and watch it through on his channel." Which I don't know if anybody
Hmm.
knows, that's a really fucking stupid thing to do on the internet.
Yeah.
That is really stupid. And rightfully
Internet.
so, Ethan sued them. And because it wasn't just because of this, it was another thing. So Ethan and his wife, I had mentioned in the previous live stream that they had recently he had gotten CPS called to his house because people were saying that he was abusing his children.
Hmm.
He was doing, yeah, that,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was not true, and obviously Ethan was rightfully pissed, and so Ethan had said that he called it a snark community, like the snarkers is what he called them. They were a group of people or a community that were actively against him and would harass him and pretty much just try to like take everything he says out of context and try to perceive him as like some kind of evil, like that he supports Israel and everything that they do, because his wife was part of she was a part of the IDF, but may I like I'm pretty sure they had said before it was, I'm gonna be really loud about this, David, mandatory service.
Come on. Come on.
Mandatory. It means you cannot get out of it. It's like the same thing with like I'm sure it's the same in South Korea where many people, already citizens, are they are mandatory or are required to at least serve a few years in the armed forces.
Mm.
And everyone, just because she was in it, I don't know how many years ago, everyone just says, "Oh yes, she's a part of those raids that are out there, murdering innocent civilians." And it's just like, how can you like? Are you serious? Like, you really believe that? And
Brother.
it's just insane. And
Yeah.
oh, Reese, and then like, so that was the lawsuit, and he was pretty much trying to shut down like that community. And the funny thing is, there you can find clips of like people walking up to Ethan and his wife, like just out in public or in his car, and they're saying how he supports Israel and he doesn't care about Palestine. And he literally asked Ethan, one of the guy recorded him, literally asked him, "Say free Palestine," and Ethan said, "Free Palestine." And he's like, yeah, he wants Palestine to be free from all of this. And the guy just like literally said, but you don't do that. You don't support that. And he's like, yeah, I do. And it's just like it caught the guy
Oh my
just like was
God.
fumbling over his words and couldn't even, because he wasn't expecting Ethan to just agree with him and say it.
Sorry.
But
Oh, all right. Well,
it's just so much to like. It's this whole like just Hassan and his whole group of people. Like we would be here
yeah.
for like we're gonna be here forever if we talk about it.
Yeah. Well, we got to close with this. Not forever, but with this topic. I have a few left, and then I have what his supporters say. So, closing on the bad side of Hassan, the UK government ban, which we all know about, then the dog care backlash. I think we all know about this. He recently faced
Oh.
intense online criticism and allegations regarding the use of a modified color on his dog during his stream. I don't have to go into detail of that because that's pretty fucking gross
Oh man.
and pretty terrible. And then we have I can't read that word. His controversial takes on international conflict, blah blah blah, mainstream liberals, centrists, and conservatives alike. So all that uh political shit.
Did
And
that
now his supporters. What do you think they're gonna say?
I mean, pretty much. If someone like if I was like everyone ever asked me like that, I would say just think of the like single handedly some of the dumbest stuff you'll ever hear and some of the most just like radicalist stuff you can think of. It is so radicalist and extremist. Like these people, like I'm sorry, these people are living in like some kind of loopy land. I don't know like how they somehow. Go ahead and just read some of their responses. I would love to hear some of them.
All right, here are the Glazers. Massive human tree. Fuck, I can't read that shit. Massive fundraising. He frequently he uses his massive, that word is used a lot, platform to raise millions of dollars for global relief efforts, including driving over 1.3 million for Turkey Syria earthquake relief, which is some fundraiser he donated to, I guess. Over 1 million for Palestinian medical aid and over 200 grand for Ukraine relief funds.
And how much is that? How much
Another
is I
thing,
wonder how much is that like is it like actually his money and or is it just his viewers' money? Because I don't think he
uh,
donated a dime.
probably his viewers' money. Doesn't say.
It's
On
weird.
ground activism. He actively participates and lends his platform to grassroots social, social movement, having
Oh
worked
my god.
closely in organizations like
Can I?
March
Oh my
for
god.
Our Lives.
Can I?
Hold on,
Can
hold
I
on, hold
handle?
on.
Okay.
Black Lives Matter and various pro-labor union entities. The
Oh
Black
my.
Lives Matter thing.
Oh my
Even
god.
even black people are saying,
Oh my
"Bro,
god, dude,
don't give a fuck about that shit."
their own owners betrayed them. They used all the money that was supposed to be like for them. They used it to buy mansions.
Hmm.
Their own owners were fucking scammers. The people like who were running the whole movement scammed them all.
Unemployed
Oh my god. Wait, and
type shit.
you said on the ground activism?
I sure did.
Oh my. Okay. All right. There's a clip. I don't know if anybody's watching
Study.
this and is curious to see this clip. So there's a group called N Words for Trump, and it was a group of guys holding like like everyone a lot of other people in the political sphere. They were holding like on the like on out in public debates with anybody who wanted to show up at their rallies. Hassan shows up, and this guy he Hassan can barely even find the words to like debate with this guy. And Hassan just he's like I think he gets tapped on the shoulder by like it was I shit you not. So it is a bunch of like black dudes who are in support of Trump trying to debate Hassan, and Hassan just cannot like fucking argue with this guy. And he gets tapped on the shoulder, and it's just a bunch of like it looks like hipsters and just like a bunch of like Gen Zers just follow him in like a massive mob when he just runs away because he's losing the argument against this guy. And it is some of the funniest stuff because he like legit like they like jog away. It's just so. But so recently, another thing about so here's what a lot of people are saying about Hassan. Since back to what I said about the him about his viewers and Hassan himself refusing to go to to Palestine to the Gaza Strip. So because Ethan Klein was also he was in support of what Brandon Buckingham said about Hassan actually showing up to the Gaza Strip trying to actually render aid and show his audience how bad things really are and that the way the media describes
Hmm.
it is nowhere near what it's actually like for people down there and suffering through this. And everyone was saying, "Oh, you're trying to get Hassan assassinated." And so there's also this YouTuber. His name is More Pegasus. This guy has covered he's done like 400 videos about Hassan for like the past year or two, and he actually I
Yeah.
really do enjoy them. They're very good videos. And recently so let me add some context. So More Pegasus lives in Singapore. And I don't know if anybody knows, I don't know if a lot of people know about Singapore. Apparently Singapore can have some pretty strict laws regarding things, and they actually do hold executions
Wow.
when Hassan's chat informed Hassan about More Pegasus and they found out he lived in Singapore, Hassan spent 10 minutes or more reading through a lot of like their policies and laws regarding copyright or online harassment or stalking as Hassan would put it.
Hmm.
And this dude was like his More Pegasus exact words were Hassan was foaming at the mouth when he was reading about the executions. And people in his own
Hmm.
chat were telling Hassan to get More Pegasus executed, like a joke, like this was a joke. Which
Wow.
I find so it's so ironic because Hassan has been so against Ethan and so mad about Ethan's lawsuit against his like people in his community or his orbiters as people call them, and people have said that Ethan Klein's going to ruin free speech and like how like is this just going to be a bad look because if this keeps happening and Ethan wins a lot of these lawsuits that eventually every creator's going to start suing each other because they said mean things about them on the internet. But
Oh, Hmm.
but he's right here trying to get more Pegasus, like either do a lawsuit against him in Singapore, or trying to get this man imprisoned in Singapore, or even if he could executed, because he doesn't like being talked about by this guy.
Damn, bro.
And also, I know I'm kind of talking more than usual, but
Very good.
more Pegasus himself even said Hassan will not show up to the Gaza Strip because there's no 5-star hotels that he can stay in.
Oh my fucking
This
gosh, bro.
he is a fucking princess. This dude will not, like, if
Yeah.
it's not a hotel. Like, he recently went to Cuba, and I don't know, a lot of people would probably know, but Cuba is they're currently suffering like massive power outages because of their oil. They're like very low on their oil reserves because of us arresting the Venezuelan president. And Cuba received a lot of their oil from the Venezuelans. And Hassan went to Cuba. This man stayed in the most prestigious hotel in Cuba, where there was the only like hotel in like a block in like a whole area that was the only building that had power.
Okay.
And this isn't even the worst part. Hassan, there's a video of him. You can find him like that a random Cuban man posted on the internet. You can find it. So Hassan was in Cuba. This man this man was making Cuban children dance for a cookie.
For a cookie.
Because Cuba
What
is
type of
also they
cookie?
are also suffering a food shortage as well, and he is making children dance to hopefully get food.
What type of cookie?
I didn't say.
That's
It
the
was,
important question here.
but that's just like, and like that's the people that those like this is the kind of person that those people support and like look up to. Like he's some kind of like messiah, that he's the only person actually talking about real news. He's not.
Oh shit! I just found a quote. You're gonna get pissed off.
Oh,
This
great.
this is word for word. This will probably be our last um thing about Hassan. He said, "It doesn't matter if effing rapes happen on October 7th. Like that doesn't change the dynamic of Palestinians and Israeli. Yeah, for me, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect."
He's such a fucking idiot. I have been dying, like I've been like begging for this to happen to him. I cannot stand this guy, dude. He has like ever since I discovered this guy or like heard about him like 2020 or 2021, I just could not stand him. Because
Rage
I'm not
bait.
gonna lie, Hassan has probably got one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen on a person.
Oh yeah.
He always has like a shit eating like look on his face. Like he has such a smug look on his face.
Oh my
And you know
gosh.
what's funny though?
So,
So Hassan got his start. He's a nepo baby. Hassan is a nepo baby. This man is not. He was not a part of what he was. He did not earn his way. His family technically came from money, but coincidentally, when they were in America, his dad somehow like gambled or lost all their money, which I
mm,
just that's very convenient in my opinion. But so there's a news network called the Young Turks. They have been around for quite a while, and
mhm,
Hassan's so one of their main anchors is actually his uncle. And I don't even I found this kind of funny, but his uncle had pretty much he had admitted that in Turkey, their family originates from, a very good percentage of them are actually like inbred. They engage in incestuous
yeah.
relationships, and that
Ew.
Hassan's uncle, or yeah, his uncle said his grandparents were first cousins.
That's lit.
So Hassan
I'm
is
just kidding, guys.
so
Don't clip that.
Hassan is inbred. This man is part of an inbred family, and it's
And
weird. I
it's
mean, like, and we are not the only ones
that's
saying this. Like,
embarrassing.
there are so many other people actively calling him out every day and like making mini videos about him.
Oh man, it's low key gross.
It's just yeah, it's just weird. Oh my god.
Wow, that was. We were done with Hassan. God, and we're gonna end up punching my screen.
Yeah. But
All right.
if we do get more updates, we will definitely be talking about them in
Oh
our
yeah,
next stream.
sure. We
But
should.
yeah.
Yeah.
But right.
So, second to last topic I have is Future. Future is dropping an album, and this is pretty huge.
Nice.
Um, so let me just run y'all the details. Future's upcoming 10th solo album. My bad. Solo album, The Real Me. Um, I saw the title was officially released on this massive Spotify billboard in some major cities. Um, and I wrote down a theme. The album name references Hate the Real Me from his Beast Mode 2 project. I think we're expected to explore more of an enthusiastic future, and he's going to dive deeper into his life, his survival, and more personal chapters. And then expected features. We love this. Drake, yay. Travis Scott and Young Thug.
That wait,
Yeah,
how
and then
wait, this
Tyler.
when was this record? How the fuck did he get Drake back on there?
Bro, Future's been everywhere. Future recorded with Kendrick. He recorded with Cole. He recorded with and Drake. So I don't know what this guy's telling these rappers, but
Yeah, I
he
was say I
has.
don't know how he even convinced Drake to even step in the this had to have been like recorded like probably like way before the beef even happened.
Yeah, he's really friends with everybody.
He's like
Damn, I don't know how that works.
he's like a better DJ Khaled.
Yeah, he's just he's just friends with everybody. But that's gonna be fun
Uh,
listen. Me and Caden are gonna listen to that when it drops.
yeah, for
And
sure.
then and then one last thing and we need to talk about is this is our second podcast. Um, I feel like we're gonna be doing a lot more of these in the future, and it's just fun, right? It's cool, whatever. Uh,
Yeah.
we want to make this more entertainable because we're just talking right now, and that's fucking boring. So I was thinking we should do some news, tell y'all what's going on. If y'all live in a fucking nutshell, not a nutshell, under a rock, my fault, under a rock, and we're just gonna give you some updates. Like we've updated on the deaths of some uh very important people. I'm gonna update you on Hassam because who
Yeah,
because
Hassan he's
we
definitely a hot topic.
we love this idiot. Um,
Oh man.
yeah, just music, general, and just some other shit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I would definitely to anybody who like definitely whoever watched this and wants to know the whole it's like almost like I was like a whole timeline of the whole thing. I would recommend go checking out the channel called More Pegasus. He calls it the Legendary Series. I think it's spanned like over maybe a year or two. It has like close to like 500 episodes. He's done a lot. He's covered everything from like iDubbbz. Oh, dude, we should. Oh my God, iDubbbz, man, that man had a catastrophic like fall from grace. Oh my God, it's.
and then I was what was that?
We could talk about it in a little bit. Sorry, what were we gonna say?
All right. Well, and then my last thing I wanted to do with Caden, since we just started this podcast, Caden has known me his whole life. We ain't got to get to my backstory because no one gives a fuck about that. But we should really talk about how me and Caden, what we did as kids. We didn't get to spend a lot of time together, but we had some good times we- as a kid. So I feel like we should, maybe tell a story or two about that if you
Oh,
remember any.
well, to get a backstory. So technically, we're not technically cousins. We're, our technically our dads are just have been friends since like high school. So
Oh yeah.
naturally, I met Dave. my cousin David. I've always referred to him as my cousin ever since I met him when I was about 9 years old. So I'm currently 22. So I've known this guy for 13 years. And
Fucking uncle over here.
fuck off.
Sorry, bro. I'm an uncle too. I'm 18, guys.
But yeah, I've known him and his sister for a while, and uh, I don't know, like there's just not like there's no like crazy stories. I mean, it's just like
Yeah,
what you expect from like kids to do, kids being kids.
yeah.
Uh,
Our age gap.
I do have one funny story. There was once. Do you remember when you came to visit our house? Like when you were like maybe like 7 years old.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh, and you remember we went outside on the trampoline, and so one of us accidentally fell on you.
Oh fuck, I remember that.
Yeah, dude, we felt so bad. I remember we ran to
Bro,
the house, and my dad had to come and make sure you were okay, and we felt so bad.
fuck, I still feel it, bro.
Actually,
Still pause.
what's funny is about that trampoline. I think like either a year or two before you guys showed up, me and my sister were like playing on it, and I fell out of it. I fell out of it on the ground on my back.
Oh,
And
bro.
my sister asked if I was okay, and the only thing I could do was just like I could just let out a groan. I couldn't even say anything. Uh,
Bro.
I miss
But
that.
yeah, I mean, me and Kaden we've always connected in a way, no cringy shit, but like we've always connected in a way. But I felt like as a kid, he was an adult. Like this guy was 20 and I was like 7. And but the older I got, the more we got connected, and then we reconnected from a long ass break, and we just started talking again. And then, the IG thing where he just saw my reviews, and we were like, "Yo, we should start a podcast." And now fucking here we are. And then Caden, before all this, he did visit. Um, and yeah, that was fun.
We were only able to do it in summer because you guys lived like 4 hours away from us, so like we didn't
Oh
me and my
yeah,
dad didn't get a whole lot of time to come and visit you guys.
yeah,
Actually, another funny story. Do you remember? So that weekend you spent at my house. Do you remember like later that night? I was playing. I don't. I remember this, but it was. I had an old. I had a dinosaur toy that would like. It was a T Rex, and if I like pressed a button, it would like actually move around, and I could put like pieces of like gadgets on it. But I remember I turned it on, and it scared the shit out of you, and you would not like walk up the stairs to go near that toy. But
yeah. I was scared of everything when I was a
But I
kid.
mean, to put context, David was like 6 years old. Obviously, like 6-year-olds are
Yeah,
scared of like almost everything.
lumpy bitch.
I mean, I almost shat myself when I went trick or treating with my mom one year, and a guy dressed as Michael Myers came out of the darkness and like got in my face.
Bro.
I started crying, dude. That guy scared the shit out of me. That dude was like 6'4" or something.
Yeah, I remember watching some show. I barely remember my childhood. I had a great childhood, trust. But yeah. Um
Like yeah, you
yeah.
had to have that in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, but yeah, that's me and Caden's kind of backstory. There's not a ton of lore, nothing interesting, but just to let y'all know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes sometimes boring is good. You don't want to be like, no, like me and him we never got arrested or anything. We never got caught doing something stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, trying to think of what else we could talk about because like I sat there and like just ranted about Hassan for like 15 minutes straight.
Oh, bro, I remember one thing. What like Oh my gosh. It had to be like our third time together. You came down to my house, and every Saturday I would go downstairs and I would have TV time. I called it myself TV time because no one would be awake and it would just be me. So I could, browse on Netflix and watch whatever the hell I wanted to watch. And then I forgot, oh, Aiden's here. And so I go downstairs, and the only reason that I was like, "Fuck, Caden's here," is I could hear you. It was either you Or it was your dad
Oh,
snoring
dude, I knew you.
hella
I
loud.
knew you and your fucking sister always kept saying that. It was not me. It was my dad.
Holy shit. Shit echoed throughout the house, bro.
Oh my god, dude, I do not snore. How many times I have to tell you and your fucking sister that? I've told you guys like 10 times I don't snore.
Look up the neighbors with that shit.
Oh, okay, no, that was my dad. That was not me. That
Yeah,
was
it was probably
my.
your dad.
No, that
Your dad's a
was.
nut.
No, he's gotten better about it now. He has some that helps him like sleep
Love your
better now.
dad. Bro,
I
I
still,
have one more story.
I still find that
One
funny.
more story about your dad.
Okay,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
well, no,
One more thing about your dad. So this is kind of dark humor for us, bro. It was a terrible day. It's very sad situation. My papa had just passed. I loved that man so much. Rest in peace. This brother Pete. That's his name. We'll let y'all know. Pete. We're gonna mention him in some other
Hey,
podcast.
okay, okay. You
I
don't
already
dox
know
my
it.
dad. Don't dox him.
2749 saddle. No, no. This
Whoa.
guy at my papa's funeral said, "You know what I want at my funeral? I want I want to lay bareback with my cheeks hanging out, and y'all can slap it, and then I want a sound effect that goes, and I
Oh
was
man,
dying.
my fucking
I
dad,
swear.
man. Oh man.
At a funeral, by the way, and everyone was looking at me because like everyone knew I was so like I was one of my papa's favorites. I didn't mean to be like that, but like we had a good connection, and so I know everyone's gonna be looking at me. But I was dying laughing, and this guy kept on cracking jokes.
Oh man. My dad is so fucking. My dad says some of the most funniest shit I've ever heard.
Your dad and my dad are a
Oh,
dangerous combination.
oh, dude, they are, dude. They've been, dude. My dad's told me some like crazy fucking stories that him and like that my dad and your dad did it when they were like our age. So this one's probably gonna make you laugh. So okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So our dads have a mutual friend who like they're both friends with. His name is Mike. So
Oh, Big Mike.
these three motherfuckers did some really stupid and like wild shit. Apparently, when they were in their 20s, they were in an empty parking lot, and I don't know if anybody knows, but it was I don't know if it was called car surfing. Pretty much what it means is one person holds onto the hood of the car, the other one is on top of the car holding on to like the roof, and the other person is just doing fucking donuts in the car. Just driving the car and doing donuts. So
I bet
my
you Mike was driving.
yes, so my dad was on the hood, your dad was on the roof of the car, and Mike was fucking doing donuts.
Crazy thing is I never heard this story before.
Oh, dude, because your dad's so secretive. Your dad like won't tell you anything. My dad just like lets it
Bro,
out. Dude, my
I
dad's
mean, he's told me some stories, but
oh
like,
oh
damn.
man. No, dude, my dad fucking so my dad has like three brothers, and one of his brothers when they were like really young, they had a there was a they had a propane tank in their house. I'm assuming it was for the
Oh shit.
heater in the house. It was powering the heater.
Oh shit.
It was gas powered. You know what these two geniuses decided to do?
What?
They held a lighter up to the propane tank, and they were literally because I don't know if any because it's apparently possible, but propane if propane
Ooh.
is leaking from the tank, it'll push the flame back if it's not
Will
too
fucking
powerful.
blow up.
And I don't know how, but these two did not blow themselves up. I was like, my dad could have died as a child if.
Oh my god. He wouldn't be here, bro.
Oh man, I wouldn't be here.
Oh.
I don't know how my dad is like lit, bro. He's just done so much wild
Our
shit.
dads used to be hippies. My dad had a fucking mullet.
Oh my
Uh,
god, yeah. I think I saw pictures of your dad. He looks so weird.
oh my gosh.
You know what?
Yeah.
I still find it funny how you say my dad is your favorite uncle and I'm your favorite cousin, and we're not even related by blood.
Bro, it's so weird. Our connections are so weird.
Oh man.
Like, my dad's Mexican, and I don't know any of my real cousins.
Dude, I don't even know
And
how
I
many. I
know
don't even know how many cousins I have. Oh man, it's like a joke my dad told me as a kid. He said, "When two Mexicans go in, like go into a closet, five come out."
bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. The main point that we're trying to get across is we will never top our dad's relationship.
Nah, dude,
We could try.
it's
We could
true what they
definitely try.
it's definitely true what they say. Women really do tame the husband. Like the moms really do tame the husband.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man. Uh, good times. Good times.
For sure.
I don't. What else? Like, what else have we done? Like when we were kids. Oh, I remember I remember I played Mario Kart against you, and your dad was like telling me how good you were, and I'm like, damn. I was like, how the fuck is this dude so good at this fucking game, dude? Because
Was I really good?
you were like 7, and I was like, my god, he's kicking my ass.
Oh shit. Yeah. I'm just like that, you know. I'm ass at video games now.
Oh
I just stopped playing video games because it just got boring to me. I don't know.
I still play. I've been recently like I've been doing a lot of like live streams on like my Twitch and like a couple on my YouTube.
Oh yeah.
If anybody's interested, it's I can always I think I have the link in the chat in the description if anybody's curious and wants to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, just put both our IGs in chat and links, everything.
I'll keep my IG private for now.
All right, bet.
You can post yours, but I won't.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like H2O Delirious and keep my identity secret for like 10 years.
Yeah. We're not face revealing for another 20 years.
No,
That's
eventually,
another
like
thing.
I know
Yeah.
my face will eventually get like exposed, and I'm not like actively
Yeah.
hiding it. I just choose not to show it right now.
If we somehow like say this a situation like this, we get 1,000 subs, which would be an amazing thing. Guys, fucking subscribe. I don't know what you're doing. We get 1,000 subscribers. Are we face revealing?
Face reveal at 1,000 subscribers.
It's a crazy dream.
I'm gonna look like a fucking gremlin on camera.
No, we'll have to get a better setup.
Oh yeah, hey, it could be like something like like the fucking Everyday Struggle podcast or like something like Impulsive, although just not as shitty as not as like scummy as those ones were.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, I just like I'm not gonna lie, dude. I just cannot respect Joe Budden. I cannot respect that dude at all.
Uh,
No, because that dude because I know he was part of Slaughterhouse, which was Eminem. He was part. They were like he was shouted, or I think he like had them signed to his label to Shady Records, and like didn't it just fucking like I don't know didn't like I don't know what happened with the group, but they were like doing really well, and then they just stopped. It's like they just like gave up
I
or something. Like I don't know. Like, remember what happened with it.
think someone else left.
And I know, and then like after that, like Joe Budden had like spent like the next like he spent like the past like 13 years just shitting on Eminem, like anytime he gets the chance.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And then dude, like yeah, Lily says he's a better rapper than Eminem is, and that he's been popular in like that entire decade. And I'm like Joe, you had like one good song that was in Too Fast Too Furious like 20 years ago, and that was it. I had like no idea who you even were until like I heard it like I saw the clips of like the Everyday Struggle podcast when he like went on like he was going off on Lil Yachty because he was saying, "What do you want from hip hop? What do you want to do for it?" And the
Oh
dude like
gosh.
Lil Yachty could literally say, "I'm like 18. I'm just trying to have fun. Like I'm a like dude. He's like just barely an adult." And like Joe's like people said like that's a literally like he was filling the stereotype of like an old head, just like ripping into the younger generation and like pretty much people were saying that he was jealous that Yachty was achieving more success than he ever saw.
Yeah, Yachty's pretty good.
I
I
mean,
love
yeah,
Yachty.
he definitely turned around. He definitely like I mean I'm pretty impressed that he abandoned the whole like his whole SoundCloud persona
Yeah.
or like he switched up his sounds and like didn't like he pretty much did the complete opposite of what Lil Pump did.
I
That,
hate Lil Pump.
dude,
Sorry.
I never ever since D-Rose came out like 2017, I hated that song.
Yeah.
I
And all
realized,
these,
oh,
yeah, there's like a category these guys fit in. Lil Pump, Lil Xan, those like
they
6ix9ine.
just called like
They just
the mumble rappers.
they just disappeared off the earth, but they're still lingering in the air.
Yeah, and it's just weird because like that Lil Pump has like no self awareness, and he said that he has not fallen off and that he's still there. And it's like, dog, you haven't had a hit in like how many years? And even then, your hits were you just saying the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. I have one of his records. I gotta sell it. That's and fun fact, that I one of my least favorite records. Um it's the most expensive in my collection.
Oh yeah, what's
That's
that?
how you know it's terrible. $75. No, not 75. It was like $100. It
Who
was a gift. Alex got it for me.
whose fucking album is that?
A low pump.
$100? This dude's smoking some
Yeah,
shit. The fuck, dog?
yeah.
I wouldn't even pay 20 for that shit.
I
I was
wouldn't
like,
get it at all.
if I saw that, I'm like, nah, you're asking for too much. I was like, even 20, I was like, that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
$100, man.
Low pump.
That dude scammed the whole industry.
The album is called Lil Pump, and it is listed in Walmart for 19.99.
It is $20.
Not fucking $100. Alex got scammed.
Oh yeah, dude, and then fucking like I know, yeah, Lil Xan, like his like that dude tanked his own career. That dude like sabotaged himself so bad. Especially the whole Tupac thing, like the whole like him saying Tupac was lame. I'm like, Doc, you didn't need to say that shit. You could have just said you never really listened to him growing up and you don't have an opinion about it. But don't fucking say he's lame. Like, are you fucking stupid?
Exactly.
You're literally like a
Yeah.
dude who's like hailed in like the West Coast as a legend. You're gonna say he's boring. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're asking for trouble.
Nobody's gonna say he was not a legend. Like, bro, shut up.
Yeah, it's just like, and you know that I do, and I think Lil Xan had a couple good songs, but then like his album Total Xanarchy just fucking it was just so bad because it was all just him like kind of rapping about the same thing about like his mental struggles and all that, and it was just like, okay, it's like just emo shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know the needle drop. I know Matthew like that dude tore into that. He called it like I think I don't know if he called it like something like, but he was like it was something like the kind of like dog shit. And I know like Matthew or like needle drop. That dude he hates Drake so much. Like he always like has Drake at like low ratings.
Freaking love Anthony Santana.
Oh my god! Didn't Drake get so he got so offended like and literally said your existence
Yeah, he got
is like a
so
light one.
pissed.
He like
So,
DM'd him on Instagram and said your existence is a light one.
oh my god, fucking love Anthony.
Oh man.
Whether you hate him or not, he's smart.
At first, I didn't like him
He
because when I was a couple few years back, there was a song I really liked by like Fallen in Reverse, which I know this is before I realized how really weird Ronnie is. The lead singer of like Fallen in Reverse, he's just weird. He had like released like his single at the time, like Let Watch the World Burn, which I really liked and thought it was good. And then I saw like a reaction about it. I saw the like Needle Drop, and he said it was like really terrible and like picked apart the lyrics. And I was like, come on, man, it isn't that bad. I was like, you know what? I don't like this dude. But then I think I realized that he literally has stated these are his personal opinions and that, music is subjective and yet you don't have to like accept his opinions. He's not saying his opinions are like law and that they're right. Which I was like, you know what, that's very fair. And then and then you see like you saw like so many artists get so mad because like Matthew would like he would do such low ratings for them. It's
mm,
just weird because I mean, like, come on, dog. You're making millions out there, and you have like one bad song that like one dude on the internet doesn't like. It's not the end of the world. There's like 100 other people who are probably doing the same thing.
exactly, bro.
Oh yeah, because
Um,
didn't Matthew also didn't he rate one of Tyler's albums and said it was bad in like the first like 24 hours?
Oh,
Which one
the
was that?
one listen critics.
Do you remember what album it was that he reacted to of Tyler's?
It was probably Wolf.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I felt like it was something like his like when he definitely switched up his sound to like not I don't know if it was Flower Boy or something like that.
Is it Call Me If You Get Lost?
It probably was Call Me to Get Lost. And even like Tyler said, dog, you need to like, dude, you it just like he said it's barely been out for like 24 hours. Like, give it some more time.
Yeah, that's something I had a deal with. Is I actually gave it time. I listen to an album to how I do it. I wait for the album to drop at 11, and then I listen, right, take notes, rate my first ones, and then I listen to it again, and then I give a final rating, and then I write my review, and then post it. And then usually it would be out not even 24 hours, and I had a lot of criticism for that. But I do take the time to
That's
listen
good.
to it. Some
That's
people
good.
just have, a faster pace on how they do things.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's actually a very good thing to do. I mean, because you could be like, if you did, you would be some like academics who literally hears it like it just hears the name Drake and it's like your fucking your theoretical page just get wet for him. Like
Yeah,
Act is like that's just sad, dude. That dude is like in his 30s or like in like is literally
he
like
won Drake Collector.
yeah, all about Drake and it's like dog, you are like you're looking up to a man who's like not that much older than you
Yeah,
and like he like is like being pure pressured by like Drake to take like huge like swigs of Hennessy.
uh, oh no, bruh. Drake's a funny guy, ain't he?
Yeah, yeah, really funny guy. Yeah, talking to, you know, a girl who was like 15 years old at the time and being really weird with her.
Yeah,
Like Millie Bobby Brown, and then I don't remember that one girl, but she was like an artist, and that girl like was like 19, and Drake was like talking to her, and like they had like dated for a little bit, and it's like what?
that's,
And then like I don't know, I think Luesta had like made a video about Drake, and said like Drake or either that or like Maddie Balls. One of them had said that Drake had an obsession with like other people's women, like he had it racked in his mind that like he could just take anybody's girl. Like Serena Williams and like he was literally made a song about her and her husband on like was it Her Loss, I believe?
yeah.
And it was just really
Probably her
weird.
loss. Well,
It was
he's
just
doing
like
the same thing with Rocky. Like, bro,
uh,
Rihanna's living her best life, bro.
I'm like, dog, you guys dated like over a decade ago and it didn't end up and it didn't work out. Just accept it and move on like a regular person. Like, dude, if you like if you're holding on to that and making a song about it, like acting like Rihanna broke your heart and like or like cheated on you, dog, you need to let that shit go.
He's married, though. Wait, is ASAP and Rihanna married? I
I
think they
don't
are.
I don't know.
I know they're together.
Yeah, obviously. I think they might be engaged. I don't know if they're actually married yet. They could be. I'm not too sure. I don't really. A lot of times I don't keep track of like people's relationships or like celebrity relationships
Not,
really.
yeah, they're not legally married. They seem like it though. But they're the perfect couple. We love them.
I know, and it's just so crazy. Like, dude, Rihanna has like she's had such a good fucking run in the music industry. She's like released so many good songs.
Yeah, I love Rihanna.
And it's crazy how she got
Ow.
like she was like living out in like Barbados and got discovered like just randomly by like a music executive while she was out singing for like her dad's business.
Yeah. Thank God.
It's just so it's crazy how stuff like that works. It's like I found out like I recently started watching like the HBO series or I haven't watched the whole series but I've watched like clips of the series of the show Winning Time about the Lakers
Yeah.
like in the set like the like 80s with like Larry Bird and like Magic Johnson. It's just crazy cuz like I heard like that Larry was like a trash man and then became like an NBA legend.
Hmm.
And it's just so crazy because it's like you've like even like years later, people are still like having so much like respect for Larry Bird.
Yeah.
And
Greatest. No, I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
It definitely was a really good player, no doubt about that. And he
And
was,
Kobe's yeah, Kobe's my goat. Trust.
and he
Kobe's
was,
my goat.
and Larry was a. I remember like everyone said Larry was a amazing shit talker.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like he
I,
would get in like everybody's heads. Yeah, because I know
it's
like him and Magic, yeah, they had like a really like legendary rivalry between
oh
the Celtics and the
yeah,
Lakers.
yeah. You love to see it.
And like yeah, and the show like the people have said like they like the actors they got to play Larry and Magic like they looked like a lot like the how they actually did back when they were younger. And I was like yeah, because you've seen like if you look at comparison of like what Magic looked like when he was like in his like 20s and then like the actor playing him, it like looked very similar.
Yeah,
And then I think Andrew Brody or Adrian, my bad, Adrian Brody, not Andrew. Adrian Brody played, I think Pat Miley or Riley, who
yeah.
was he was like like one like Pat yeah Pat Riley, one of like the one of the best coaches. Yeah, I mean man, I mean the man has like 9 NBA rings on it. Like that's got to tell you something. He's doing something right.
Well, I say almost 1 a.m., guys. We've been at it for almost 2 hours.
Damn, really?
Are y'all happy yet? Oh yeah, time flies by. But I'm just gonna close us. But before I do, y'all tell us what y'all want to see, what topics y'all want to hear, and we'll always be here to talk about it.
Yeah.
Any last words?
If anybody, if you guys ever want to like, leave a comment and like in this live stream or like, this recording of the live stream or, you can even go on like some of my recent videos, which I'll try to post more. If you want to have see me talk about or us talk about some more stuff, we're open ears.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, bud. We'll see you guys later.